Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks once again for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm joined in studio by somebody who truly gives back to the community in many ways. Elliot Middleton, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am so happy that you were on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you do and why?
Well, pretty much my name is Elliot Middleton. I'm from a small fishing village called McClellinsville, South Carolina. And what my organization does, which is the name of that is Middleton's Village to Village Foundation. We go around, we collect cars and we fix them up and we donate them to folks in need, particularly in rural unpopulated areas that does not have like Ubers, taxis, ways to get around. We help folks out like that and just try to make sure that if somebody is in need, we try to help them out as best we can.
And on top of that, you also have a restaurant.
Have a barbecue restaurant. We're going to reopen on January the 19th. It's located in Owendale, South Carolina. That's 5105 US Highway 17 in Owendale. And we also started our mobile food truck venture, and that you may see all around the Lowcountry in probably about 5 different counties so far.
I know you're going to say that it feels awesome, but how does it feel whenever you're actually able to donate a car, see that reaction? What is that like?
Well, the experience with that is the first one, it blew you away and you're kind of like, I like that feeling. So now you want to do it again and you want to do it again. So it's it's very addictive, and it's not, just from the excitement, the surprise from them. You always want to be in, like, it's just addictive. You want more cars so you can bless more people.
Yeah. And why food? Why barbecue? Is this something you've always loved?
It's just living out in the rural areas. Like as a young man, you had to be around your great grandparents or your grandparents always cooking. So you always learn, how to cook. You've learned how to cook different things. You harvest different things out of the fields. So it's always, it's just always been a love of mine. And from besides mechanics, it's always been cooking. So second part of my life, I wanted to venture off into food and beverage and, enjoy doing that, and wanted to still remain working on cars. It's a weird combination, but it works.
It's the best of both worlds, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, what's in the works for 2024?
So right now, like I said, we just got through with our 100th car donation. We are in the need of more vehicles because, we get a lot of vehicles, and most of the vehicles there are not, up to par as far as getting back on the road. So we have to take maybe 7 vehicles, and then we may use those 7 vehicles to part out one to make another one work. So you may get 2 or 3 cars out of those 7 vehicles. So we're always hunting for cars. We're always looking for donations for cars. Just being able to get around and actually seeing the different situations in rural, unpopular, small areas. Food brings everybody together, and good things bring everybody together. So that's trying to do the best of both worlds.
You took the words right out of my mouth, man.
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
going to say the exact same thing. All right, where can people stop by and give it a try again?
5105 US Highway 17 in Owendale, South Carolina. Telephone number that you can call us at, and I'll answer that phone as best I can whenever I can. 843-928-4RIB. That's 4742. And you'll be able to contact us there all throughout the week. We specialize mainly in a lot of catering and carry out on this go around of the restaurant. So it's kind of like a carry out restaurant. It gives you more of a Pizza Hut vibe, to where you can come in, you can order, or you can do a delivery. We're working hopefully with 3 vehicles that we can always be out in the commute area. And also being that the fact that we're in a rural area, I'm offering deliveries to that rural area because, you got kids that live there, they'll never get a chance to experience the pizza man coming to the door. But you'll be able to hopefully get an opportunity to experience the barbecue man coming to the door. So that's one of the outlooks that I want to do for the rural area.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This segment is sponsored by Eggland's Best.
Dawn Jackson Blattner, you are a registered dietitian nutritionist. You've got the skinny when it comes to eggs. Give me everything we need to know.
Okay, so there's some confusion about eggs, okay? And that really stems from the fact that egg yolks have cholesterol.
Yes.
But for most people, the cholesterol in food does minimally affect the cholesterol levels in your body. And there is a cool new study that really shows that fortified eggs do not negatively impact cholesterol or heart health.
All right, so what does this mean for people who have been a little more conscious in the past, eating eggs? Can you just eat as many as you want now?
Oh man, this is a study, I gotta tell you, it's so cool. Here, researchers wanted to find out what happens to your cholesterol levels or your heart health markers when you eat 12 or more fortified eggs each week. So what they did is they took 140 people with heart disease or at high risk for heart disease, and they had half of them eat 12 or more fortified eggs each week, and the other group only had 2 or fewer fortified eggs. And after 4 months of doing this, okay, eating those 12 fortified eggs every single week, there were no negatives seen, and in fact, there were some potential positives. So eating fortified eggs did not negatively affect cholesterol levels, and for people who were 65 and older in this study, there were some positive cholesterol shifts. And the big thing, really to punch on this study, is they used fortified eggs. Specifically, they used Eggland's Best eggs, and here's why. When you have fortified eggs, there's more nutrition. So more vitamin B12, vitamin D, vitamin E, more omega-3 fatty acids, and less saturated fat compared to ordinary eggs. So it's possible that extra nutrition is why we're seeing those potential improvements in cardiovascular markers.
I love it. Okay, and we've got to talk about what you have in front of you. What are some great ways that you can incorporate eggs into your weekly routine?
You can have more fun, right? So this is 3-ingredient cottage cheesecake, delicious. And this is avocado toast with eggs and salmon. So lots of ways to enjoy fortified eggs all through the day.
I love it. Thank you so much, Dawn. Where can people learn more information?
So for information on the study and also more recipes, it's egglandsbest.com/egg study.
All right, guys, we have quite a treat today. I am at R&R Dance Studio and I'm joined by Ro. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm so excited. We're gonna be doing some Latin dance today. What are we trying?
We're gonna do bachata.
All right, here it is, folks.
So this is gonna be kind of like your base whenever you do any kind of bachata dance. You're gonna kind of feel the same thing, yeah? Here we
Okay.
go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2,
I always want to
3.
go back.
5, 6, 7. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Nice. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6.
What do you do with your hands?
3. You just leave them where they are, so that way I can pick them back up once we get
okay.
back around, yeah? Just like when I leave this, you just leave it where it is. I'll pick it up.
Okay.
Yep. All right, we're gonna get tricky. Ready?
Oh, goodness.
Keep those steps.
He's mixing it up now. I'm like, oh, goodness.
Keep those steps. Hey! Stay. Keep going.
Okay.
Nice job.
Yay!
Nice job. Nice job. Nice job.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
I'm so excited to be joined by Chef Sean Baxter. So, what's the second thing you're going to be making?
Okay,
for
so
me?
the second dish that we're going to try to make for you guys today is going to feature 2 local products. One of them is going to be our local shrimp, and like I said earlier, it took me 2 years to source this shrimp to find them in the
Yeah.
same size, uniform, that will look aesthetically what we're looking for and have all of the requirements we have, you know, which is local, fresh, things like that. The company that I sourced them from is known as the Woods Fishery, and they've actually been in business since 1860. So over 145 years of customer service.
They know their stuff.
These are wild caught American shrimp. They're caught off of Tybee Island, Georgia.
Okay.
Okay. The second product we have is we're going to use a purple grit. Okay,
Gorgeous.
and that is from Jacksonville, Florida, and I
Cool.
believe that they're grown and manufactured in Florida, and then they're sent to Charleston for packaging.
Okay,
So,
sweet.
so it's kind of like a double kiss on that one. So this is what they look like. Now listen, they're a little smaller than the shrimp that you might see in some places where they're really big. Well, due to the way we get them, there's nothing added to them. They're not treated with chemicals.
Yeah.
So they're smaller, but they're fully packed with flavor, and they're absolutely delicious.
All right.
Okay?
And who doesn't love shrimp and grits, you
Yeah,
know,
right?
especially here in the
Classic dish.
South.
This is what they're gonna look like after you take them off and clean them and shell them up.
You start with the grits?
We're gonna go ahead. You want to cook your grits because your grits will take you about 40 minutes to cook to make true grits, real grits. You can use instant grits if you want. That's up to you. So you got to make sure that your stock or water, you can cook it in either one, is boiling. Stock, chicken stock would be your most neutral. So we have our water nice and boiling, and we're gonna use water because a lot of our guests might be vegetarian. So they'll be able to eat it if I don't use stock. All right, so you're gonna wanna make sure your water's boiling and seasoned. You're just gonna go ahead and incorporate your grits in as fast as your water will take them, meaning don't have them start clumping up on you, okay?
Yeah.
And make sure that you whisk it, okay, continuously and until it's thicker, and then once it's thicker, you're gonna turn it down.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And that's when it starts cooking for a long time.
Yes. All right. So.
All right, make me these shrimp.
So I'm gonna cook the shrimp now. I'm gonna sear the shrimp. So once again, I'm gonna want a nice hot pan, saute pan, cast iron skillet. I always season my shrimp before I put them in, or before I put them in the pan. I think it's easier to coat them evenly. Some people do them the opposite way. All right, so you can use a couple different things to cook your shrimp. You can use olive oil or a blended oil, butter. I like to use a combination.
Gotcha.
Gives it a little more color and a little more flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and whisk this. Okay, so first I'm gonna put a little olive oil in the pan. Not too much because we're not frying them. Okay. Add my butter. Let this come up to the heat.
What do you want on
Yeah,
the
there you
plate?
go. Yeah. All right, you hear that sizzle? We're getting
Oh,
close
yeah.
to cook time. You don't want to just throw them in. You can if you want. I don't like to. I like to lay them in like that. You hear that noise? That sizzle? That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.